Hi everyone, it's Renee from the Yoga Loft, and I'm here live a little bit early this week at noon instead of 1 p.m. But welcome. Happy Monday motivation, happy eternal January, because it seems like at this point in the first month of the year is when you start to see like all those memes and posts like January's been like 2,000 days long, because that's what it starts to feel like. But I'm actually coming on here live. I had done a live, believe it was week 2. We did Finding Your Why in week 1, and then Obstacles as Opportunities in week 2. And I had missed my kids' doctor's appointments completely, totally forgot about them. And just, using that obstacle as an opportunity for self-forgiveness is what I took advantage of. And today is actually my kids' makeup appointment for missing their first appointment. So that's why I'm here a little bit early today. But if you're here live, feel free to comment and say hello. Hi, Maria, welcome. In this week's theme, I actually did a bonus week last week as well. I wasn't supposed to go on live last week, but I was just feeling inspired and I thought I was supposed to go live. And it was interesting because the theme that I picked for the little bonus week 3, halfway through our Monday motivation series for January, was habits that stick. So I was so in the habit of going live that I just did it anyway, even though I wasn't supposed to. So that was a little bonus one if you want to go back and watch. Just as a little recap, week 1 was Finding Your Why, week 2 was Obstacles as Opportunities, and week 3 was Habits that Stick. So for week 4, we are gonna focus on managing expectations. And the reason that I picked this theme for this week is over the weekend I had this moment where I had plans to do something, and the plans kind of got mixed up and switched around a little bit. And I was like, but that's not the plan that I had planned for. And I'm not a planner, but I found myself in this moment of anxiety. Like I had managed my expectations around what I thought was going to happen. And I, as soon as the plans kind of got switched and moved, I just felt really anxious and I didn't really know what to do in the moment. So that's the inspiration for this week as far as managing your expectations. So the reason I picked this theme is whether you're a planner naturally or not, bringing a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more go with the flow. Sometimes, like myself, not being a planner, and you still have to plan things, but how can you be a little bit more flexible and manage your expectations so that you're not stuck in those moments of anxiety when things aren't going the way that you felt that they should have gone. So what to do when things don't go according to plan, and really focusing when it comes to managing expectations on your inner critic. So sometimes you are a little bit hard on yourself when something doesn't go according to plan. You kind of blame, like the inner dialogue isn't so good, or you're quick to either blame and shame yourself or someone else. So just kind of noticing the dialogue that happens within, and how you might have really high expectations of yourself and of the things that you set about to go and do in a day. So for managing your expectations, we're going to take it in 3 parts. So when you're in a situation where, maybe you have a plan set in place and you're going into a scenario and you want to be as prepared as you can possibly be for that scenario, but you still need to have a little bit of room for flexibility. So for managing your expectations, especially of yourself, focus on what am I good at? So what do you want to do, either in your plan or in your day, or whatever your focus is for this year? Focusing on what you are passionate about, what's going to make you excited to show up and do something. Let that be what leads you into, whatever situation you're going into. What's going to excite me about this? Hi, Maria. And step 2, what do you love doing? So whether you're doing something that you love to do or that you don't love to do, finding a piece of it, what part of it lights you up inside. So, say you want to do a workout, but you're not super excited about the workout. What's going to make you excited about it? Is it the results that you feel after the workout is done? Is it the music that's playing while you're working out? And what about it lights you up? The feeling at the end that makes you feel good, that you showed up for yourself and maybe got out of your head a little bit. And step 3, what is your bare minimum? So managing your expectations in what is like the minimum amount that I want to get out of this. Hi, Dan. So, not to say everything's going to go wrong all the time, and not to say everything's sunshine and rainbows all the time, but how, say you set about for your day and you're like, my goal is to shower today. And that's going to be like the expectations that I have for myself today. And if I shower, I'm like, I met my expectations. That was my bare minimum, is that I was just clean and not smelly and smelled fresh. So having a bare minimum, and something, it can start out as simple as like one thing per day, that you're managing your expectations for yourself for. And then it can start to build, but you want that bare minimum. Like, I want to make sure that I have some form of mindful movement every day for 30 minutes. That's my bare minimum. So you make that a non-negotiable. You make that something that you're going to set out to complete, and you're going to frame your day around it so that you're able, and things are going to go wrong. Maybe you're sick and you're not feeling super good and you're not able to do the type of movement that you want. But even some light walking, even some light yoga is still going to count for your mindful movement. If you're able to do anything that, that just makes you feel good, even if it's something that you're not necessarily, it's not like the high expectation that you've set. So to recap, managing expectations, when you go into something, what's going to excite you about it? What do you love about it? What are you good at? And next, what do you love doing? What lights you up about any given situation? And 3, what's your bare minimum? What's like the minimum amount that you want to get out of a situation? I think we all set our sights pretty high and are pretty hard on ourselves when it comes to what we expect of ourselves. So when a situation goes bad, don't turn that on you. That it literally has nothing to do with you. I think really stepping into those moments of self-forgiveness and focusing on what you do like about something, what good you can pull out of it, is really going to help you feel more connected to it, and maybe ease a little bit of that anxiety, like that I felt when the situation went bad. I was like, wait, that's not what I was expecting. How can I re-steer the course to have it still be something that's going to excite me, going to make me want to show up for it, and going to meet like my bare minimum. Like, as long as I eat, like everybody's safe and happy, like I get to go to bed on time, like, like those little things that are basic needs. If those are being met, everything else is icing on the cake. So everything else can fall into place a little bit more easily. So let me know what you think about managing expectations. Do you have high expectations of yourself? Could you maybe go a little bit easier on yourself? Focus on what you're passionate about, focus on what lights you up, and identify your bare minimum. It's like your bare minimum expectation of any given situation. Nobody gets hurt. You still get to do one thing that makes you happy every day. So let me know what you think of managing expectations. This is just something that came to me because my expectations weren't met in a specific situation over the weekend, and it caused me anxiety, and it just made me think about how could I have managed those expectations a little bit better, been a little more flexible, and really lead with my heart, lead with my passion, even when it comes to something as simple as plans and expectations. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know. But that is my Monday motivation for this week. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is being gentle with themselves this January. Just know that I'm available anytime if you want to reach out and chat about anything yoga, mindfulness, or any feedback or any questions you have. I'm always available to you. So again, it's Renee from the Yoga Loft. Happy Monday. Happy January. There's only 1 week left. So the end is in sight. And let's manage our expectations of ourselves, and maybe that will allow us to be a little bit more open to others. And just to close, just know that even on your worst day, you can make someone else's day just by being yourself, just by showing up. So take care. Have a great week.